Hey everybody, this is Joe with GeoVision back with another demo tutorial video. In today's video, I will be focusing on the new AS Manager 6.0 software and how to create schedules. There have been some recent changes in the layout of the new AS Manager 6.0 software, and just wanted to make users aware of where you can go now to create those schedules as well as create access groups. Before I get into today's demo, if you feel the content on this channel is useful, please consider subscribing to the channel and also giving it a thumbs up. That really helps the exposure of the channel. So for today's video, I will be focusing on creating time zones as well as access groups within the AS Manager software. To do this, you're going to go into Setup and Devices. And this is the menu now where you will find the time zones as well as weekly schedules and access groups. And this is something that you just do in sequence here. And I'm going to run through each one of these. So first, you'll want to start out with time zones. And this is where you're going to tell the software what time of the day you want a schedule to be valid for. And in a minute, we will choose what days of the week we want that time zone to be valid for. So when you're in here, you can just simply hit the green plus sign, and you can name the time zone whatever you want. Let's say, for example, that we're creating a time zone for a cleaning crew that's going to come in after business hours and do cleaning of the facility. So we're going to go ahead and call it cleaning crew, hit OK, and you can see now that we have a cleaning crew option here with a blank slate. So what you can do on your timeline is you can just simply put your mouse at the beginning of the time that you want that time zone to be active for, click, hold, and drag, and it will highlight that time frame. And let's say that we want to give them 1700 to 2400. And then maybe we want to give them from 2400 till maybe 6 a.m. the next morning. So you can just simply create that there and then hit OK. Now, the next step that you'll want to do is go right here to weekly schedules. And when you do this, you'll also want to create a weekly schedule by hitting the plus sign. I like to keep the naming convention the same. So again, we will call this cleaning crew, hit OK. And now once you do that, this is where you want to select the days of the week that you want that to be valid for. So let's say, for example, we are only going to give the cleaning crew access on Saturday and Sunday. So we will go in and we will check the cleaning crew schedule from this dropdown for just Saturday and Sunday. And then the other days we will leave on the default, which is deny access. Now, what this has done, it's told the system for Saturday and Sunday, we are going to give them only access during the periods of time that we designated on the time zones menu. So once you've done that, you can hit OK. The last step is optional, but I do recommend it because this comes in handy whenever you are creating a user and assigning a card to the user. It's called access groups. And let's say that you're going to have multiple people that you want to share the same weekly schedule for. This is where access groups comes into play because you can tap on access groups and we will create one. And again, keep it with the same naming convention, cleaning crew. This is where you can choose what doors you want to give them access to. So let's say, for example, you want that schedule to be active for maybe these two doors right here, but you don't want them to have any access to the other doors. You can leave all of these doors restricted and then cleaning crew, just give that schedule to these two doors that I've designated. Now on this screen, there's not an OK or a save button, so you just simply hit X and it's going to go ahead and save that. So we have now created a time zone, a weekly schedule, and an access group. You'll also want to probably go in and designate your holidays. And this is something that needs to be done every year. So you can just click on holidays, and then for the days that are holidays, you can just click on them on the calendar, and that will designate those as a holiday. Just make sure to hit OK. Now, once you have created the time zones, weekly schedules, and access groups, I want to just quickly show where the access groups comes into play when you're assigning a user and a credential. So let's go into personnel, and we're just going to hit users. I'm just going to create a new user by hitting the new button here in the top left. And I'm going to just call this one cleaning crew, just for simplicity. I'm going to change my display name to first last. I just personally like that. You can edit as much as this information as you want. Now, once you hit cards, you want to hit the plus sign and add a new card if you have not typed in the card numbers and added them into the database. Or if you hit add existing cards, if you've already added them all in, you'll see a list of all the card numbers. So for this one, I'm just going to hit add a new card. I'm going to type in a generic card number up here at the top, but obviously you would read that off as a card. Now the access groups, where this comes into place is right down here under assign access groups. If you'll notice over on the right, by default right now, everything is 24-hour restricted. So what you can do is click right here where it says default, click the drop down, and you can go in and just find the access group that you created, so cleaning crew. And once I click it, you'll notice that the schedule that we created applies to those two doors only, while the other doors are 24-hour restricted. Once you hit OK, this user's credential is now active and they can use their credential on the time zones that you have created. This has been a demo video on how to create time zones, weekly schedules, and access groups within the AS Manager 6.0 software. For further information on our product line, please check us out at www.geovision.com.tw/US. Thanks a lot for watching.